Hey folks, IT guy here. How you doing? So, I was just recording and sitting here streaming and talking into my microphone, and little did I realize that my microphone was not on. That's just how good I am at this. Listen, I'm not. I know. So, uh, this is a tutorial on IT on Mushi scripting, and we're going to go over a few things, but most importantly, the first thing we're going to go over is the importance of naming conventions and documenting the names of your quests. So you're going to make all these things. You're going to make quests, you're going to name egresses, you're going to do NPC spawners, loot spawners, you're going to make all these different things, and you're going to want to name them. And the important thing to remember is those names. Because if you go back and you go into your script and you start to try and trigger these things using your script and you don't know the names, or you misspell it, or change a capitalization, or anything, it's not going to work. You're gonna be screaming and pulling your hair out. So let me tell you this again. You must write down your names of quests, loot spawners, NPC spawners, egresses, anything you want to trigger, no matter what it is, you need to write it down. Because let me tell you, from bad experience, it's a pain in the neck when you don't. Do you hear me, Nikki? It's a pain in the neck. Okay, we're here on Cimmeria server, as I usually am, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to mess around and learn some stuff. This isn't messing with Mushi, that's something else. Right now we're gonna we're gonna be teaching ourselves how to use a few things. So first things first, let's get ourselves a thespian out here. Now you may have just noticed that I just placed that thespian and nothing disappeared on my toolbar there. That's because if you hold down Control Shift Alt F10 all in one shot, that'll give you infinite placement of any of the items in your toolbar. Alright, so that's just something that an admin has when they're working, and it's a good tool to kind of use. This way you're not filling your inventory with trillions of things like you normally do. Alright, let's get in here. As usual, we're going to go ahead and we're going to load up our starter script. So we're all set here. We got our main here. Now, okay, so what are we going to do here? So let's say we want to spawn a creature for the player to attack or deal with in some way. We're going to have to create what's called an action node trigger, and you're going to need to remember, like I said in the beginning, what that name is. Now it doesn't care what you're triggering, it doesn't matter. All that matters is what the name of it is. Now this invoke signal, that's like turning it off and turning it on. Now I recently learned that if we put an NPC spawner out and we invoke the signal by leaving it unchecked, because when you check it, it says revoke, and we run the script and it triggers it, it'll spawn the thing. We'll go out there, we'll kill it, and do whatever we're going to do. But once it's spawned, that's it. I'll go over why that's important with the NPC spawner when I put that out, because one of the things one of the settings on the NPC spawner is keep populated, and keep populated will not actually keep populated when it's triggered in this fashion. It only triggers it once. So let's go ahead and set up our and these names that we're inserting, I didn't want ID, I wanted log file. These names are just like the global variable. They're always there for everywhere we go. I can put in a trigger to a door somewhere in the world that I know where it is, and when this gets triggered, it's going to open that door. So if let's call this trigger test 1. And I'm going to go ahead and copy that. Save that in the clipboard. Say. Would you like to trigger the Pippi tool? Yes, I would. Grammatically speaking, because this is a dialogue thing, it doesn't need a period. New option just because I like them. No, I would not. Thanks. And close. Okay, and we're good. Control S to save, Control Q to quit. Trigger testing. Dialog. Apply. Close. Run as player. Would you like to trigger the Pippi tool? Yes, I would. Thanks. Now, obviously nothing happened because we didn't put down a Pippi tool to trigger. So, what can we do? Let's put down this. This is an NPC spawner. Let's open that up. And we're going to go ahead, we're going to name it our Pippi Tool name. We're not going to enable it because our thespian is going to enable it when we do the trigger. So when we trigger, it enables it once, and that's it. So, okay, so what are we going to put in here? Let's do wildlife. Let's do a bunny. Where is the bunny? Bunny, 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 bunny. Where are you? Hello, bunny. Rabbit. And we're going to spawn just one. And we're not going to drop a kit. When you attach a kit, that's what the NPC will drop when you kill it. And we're not going to do that. This is the max number we can spawn, and as long as everything stays at 0, it's going to be whatever the normal setting is for that NPC. If I make it anything different, if I put this in here as 10, it's only going to have 10 points of HP. As long as I leave it 0, it'll be default. Everything else is really, NPC spawner stuff. I'm not really going to get into it too much, but this is the important thing, is make sure you have at least one in there, and you don't click off the enabled, and you have it actually selected. When you're doing quests and whatnot, and if you want there to be a reward of some type, you just create a kit for it, select the kit, and that'll drop out for when we kill this thing. And apply. We'll close it. We'll kind of angle ourselves so we can kind of see. Run as player. I would. Thanks. And there's our bunny rabbit. Now, something to keep in mind, again, I'm not really going over tools, but when you do place these, they tend to spawn right on top of it, so if it's up in the air or on a wall or something, it's going to have a hard time. Stupid bunny. It's going to have a hard time falling. So if we put this like I'll usually put them up in the air like this. And I didn't realize I could pick up a bunny like that. bunny, 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 rabbit. So now, because they're both named the same, they're both going to spawn a bunny. But you saw how it hung out up in the air above this for a second. That's something to just keep in mind. Bye-bye, bunny. You're dead now. Alright, let's pick up this one too. So, obviously, it's not just NPCs, otherwise that would be the end of this episode. Oh, no, I need a foundation, don't I? I don't think I have any resources to build a foundation. Yeah, we don't. Cheater! Cheater! Okay, so the next one on our list is egress. That's what's in my 6th slot. Go ahead and put that down. I'm going to open up the settings. I'm going to go ahead and name it. Trigger test 1. And I'm going to leave everything else alone. I'm not going to do anything else. Alright? We can change the style that it looks here. We can set who has access to it. We can set it if it requires anything, a guild or an item. We can ignore the day, or we can only set it to be openable at certain times of the day. The duration, I'm going to set this to, let's make it 15 seconds. We can set an entry cost and even a password. Now I'm just going to say apply, close, and leave it at that. I'm so glad we can have a sandstorm during my tutorial. Thank you. Okay, let's go back in. We're going to run as player. Yes, I would. And there it is. The door just opened. Again, this is a wonderful thing for setting up quests. If you want to set an entry point and want to track, you know, who can go in and who's staying out, or you want to have dialogue leading up to the entry point of a dungeon or something, this is great. Or maybe you want them to have a certain quest to be able to go into this door. You just leave it like I showed you, with all the settings empty, not enabled. You know, don't set anything else, because as long as it's not enabled, the user won't be able to actually go into it. So if I walk up to this door right now, I can press E all I want. It's not going to open. The only way this door is going to open is if I come over here and I run this. Open it through her. So that's great. I didn't have to do that. Let's just destroy this stuff. What's next on my list? Loot spawners. I always forget which way these go. I guess the hinges are in the back there, huh? Go ahead and throw that down. Again, we'll set the name. We'll keep it disabled. We can set however we want it to look. Announce looted is great for like letting people in the server know what just happened, that somebody got it. This is like a local, this is global. Actually, this turns it on, and this puts it in global chat instead of local. This will force the item to be in a chest. So if somebody comes in here and loots it, does it refill itself? And this is how often it will refill itself when it does. So I'm just going to go ahead and I guess I'll spawn the new Exile starter kit, and I'll force it, and I'll apply it. close it, come out of there. So if I just walk up to this, well, okay, that's because I'm an admin who placed it. That's the only reason why. But other players, it wouldn't open up. It would just sit there closed. So I'd have to walk up to her. Run as player. Yes, I would. Thanks. Now I'd be able to access it. And there's the kit. Alright, so now when I take it all, and I close this, the next time the person walks, it's going to be empty. Yes, I would. Thanks. There's the kit again. Awesome sauce. That stinks. Last but not least. Now, I'll be honest, I've actually never tried this. So this is going to be like a messing with Mushi inside the tutorial. But I'm pretty sure that this is how this is going to work. So here is the name of the item. Same target name, trigger test name. We're going to have to go grab a link from something. Let me go find something. Just give me 1 minute. Where is it? I'm not sure how to use this now. I probably should have had this prepared, but I have no idea if this link will work, but we'll try it. Invalid. No. Okay. I'll find something else. Adios.
Sign up with AccuRadio for free and log in when you listen, and you can access your listening history and save your favorite.
Some things are just not easy, huh? Jeez. see if this works. Yay, that worked. You know what I did, right? I forgot what I named it because I didn't write it down. Alright, let's see if this works. Okay, so it doesn't work for music boxes. So we learned something. Well, there you have it, folks. NPC spawners, egresses, loot spawners. Oh, I didn't do glorbs, but I don't know really how useful that is to you. And how to trigger them with an action script. Pretty simple, but very useful when you're creating dungeons and mazes and whatnot that you need to control who comes in and who goes, whether they have a quest or not, whether they have a certain item or not. Even though the egress has that in it, maybe you want to have a little more functionality to it. So I hope you enjoyed, and that's it for me. So long, have fun, be safe, and learn lots.